What's going on? What's going on, everybody, man? We going live tonight from the boxing section. Waiting for everybody to leave. Fred, come over here. And the link is in the chat. Salute to everybody that came through today, man. Shit, man, we're going to talk about the GOAT today, man. We're going to talk about the greatest woman boxer of all time. And, of course, we're going to just freestyle a little bit. Wait for everybody to come through and come in. If you want to beam in, the link is in the chat. Salute to all the homies that's coming in. We're coming in slowly but surely. Shout out to my boy Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. Salute to my boy Mir. Salute to the Sweet Science Examiner. My boy Tank in the building. LD, L-Dub Boxing. Salute to you, brother. Rob G. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about the GOAT, man. She's fighting this week. She's fighting for history. Again. She's trying to be undisputed. So we gotta show her some love tonight, man. I got her pound for pound, number 5 on my list. If anybody disagree, you know what I'm saying, of course y'all can beam in. The link is in the chat. And salute, man. Salute to you, man. Thanks for hopping on. Centos, what's up, baby? If y'all want to hop on the panel, it's in the chat. Man, so tell me what y'all got, man, for this weekend, man. Tell me how y'all felt about this weekend, man, in the chat. If you're not hopping into the StreamYard, man, tell me what y'all thought about this weekend, the fights, from the Anthony Durrell fight to the Canelo fight. I'm going to talk about that Durrell fight first. That Durrell fight was pretty good. I don't know why people thought it was boring, man. I thought it was a good chess match. I thought it was a good fight, man. I did have it a draw. I thought both fighters, man, they came to play. I think Anthony Durrell might be a little over the hill. But of course, styles make fights, and maybe that Benavidez fight might have took a lot out of him, and he's probably not the same. But then again, you know, maybe that fighter was a good fighter. So yeah, but it was a good fight, man. I thought it was some nice. They hit each other with some big shots, a lot of back and forth. Wasn't a lot of holding, wasn't a lot of grappling. Yeah, man, I enjoyed that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. The card was cool. I didn't think the fighters that the other people were fighting against could beat them. But shit, right now, the PBC ain't got no money. Top Rank ain't got no money right now. Shit, the Zone. I mean, they got a little something for Canelo, but that's the only nigga they even got. They got booked. You know what I'm saying? And the disrespect they showed Devin Haney, I don't even really buy the fights. I really stream that shit whenever it come on. Let me get to this chat. Oh yeah, Ramos. That was I like him. I think he's gonna be good though. I think he'll be good. I don't know, man, because we got a lot of great fighters. Oh no, for sure he had. Listen, people don't understand, man. Breadman was a very intricate part in J Rock's success. I want to see what J Rock looks like without him. He's with Sugar Hill, so I want to see how that go. Let's see where we at with it. Oh, salute, man. Salute to everybody just hopped in. JB, man, salute to you, man. What's happening? If y'all want to join the panel and talk, I'm putting the link in the chat again. DB, what's up, family? DB, man, come on and enter the chat, man, because we need to hear about some UFC, man. We got some MMA questions that only you can answer. But yeah, man. So back to this weekend though. That Canelo fight was some bullshit though. The card was some bullshit. I mean, they had I only enjoyed two fights on the whole card. Keyshawn Davis, that was a good fight to watch, and the Asian in Forest, that was a good fight. I mean, mainly because it was just back and forth action. But I mean, the Asian dude wasn't as talented as they wanted us to believe he was. If Brandon Forrest would have went to his, I think his nigga named Brandon Forrest. I know his last name was Forrest though, but if he'd went to the body a little bit more, shit would have been different. And he got a little selfish. He got a little too gritty on certain times and got caught. But shit, he got right back up, man, and went swinging again. So you gotta if they're gonna show love to Ryan Garcia for getting up, you gotta show love to Forrest for getting up. I mean, that's only right. Rap Star, man, what's happening with you? Join the panel, man. Join the panel, man. Let's hear that. We need to hear the UK perspective, man. Yeah, everybody is welcome though, man. Reg, whenever you ready, hop on. Whenever you ready, hop on. Yeah, but yeah, that was the best fight of the night, to be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be real. That was the fight of the night. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. I really think that was the fight of the night. I don't know if there was a better fight than that. What y'all said was the fight of the night? Put it in the chat. What y'all think the fight of the night was? D Hodges, what's up, baby? Salute. Shout out to the LDBC, man. Salute, family. Y'all can put in the chat what was the fight of the night. I think it was the Forest. I think that was the fight of the night. I think that had the most action. I think it was had the most thrill because shit, man, you really didn't know who was gonna win that fight, man, and it was exciting, man. It was exciting. The Canelo fight was the Canelo fight. The Canelo fight was, we knew it was going to happen, man, and it was kind of like, all right. Centos, what's up, baby? How you feel? How you feel tonight?
I'm out here driving, my brother. What you say, man? How's it going?
Man, it's all good, man. It's all good. So we're gonna talk about Clarissa Shields tonight, but also tell us about the weekend in boxing and what was your favorite fight from the weekend?
My favorite fight, um, probably there was one fight. I got two that had some action in it. It may have been three that had some good action in it, but what's the? I think it's a Puerto Rican kid, Royal. His fight was action. Uh, the Karan Davis and the real fight was back and forth.
Yeah.
The kid showed up well, Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah.
And I tell you that the kid out of New Jersey, the white kid, that was being trained by what's his name? I forget the brother's name, but anyway, he's fighting in welterweight. About a Hispanic kid. He had a good showing. There's a few fights that was okay, but Canelo looked good, but his fight didn't look good because it was one-sided. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't even think the dude even threw a goddamn punch, man.
No, man. Everything you were saying that night, I agree with you, man, because you were right. He wasn't throwing any punches. He was waiting. I mean, it was like he was just posing, and it was worse than a sparring session. You know, so I guess he couldn't get his frame of mind out of being a sparring partner.
That,
But
that's right. Shout out to my boy D Hodges, man. Just joined the panel. So what do you think about Clarissa Shields, Centos?
I like Carissa. I do think she probably need to pull back sometimes on some. Sometimes she can be a little aggressive in some of the things she said, but at the same time, I understand that what she's going through and what she's feeling. But I think she's earned her rights to be a lot more recognized. And let me say this too, man. We have a serious problem here in the states, man. We don't move our women and promote the women in boxing like we should, man. Because these ladies, they work hard. You guys, a few of them that are skilled, and some more than others. So of course, I think Carissa is the most skilled one out of all. But there are some others that are right behind them with their skill level, and they're not getting breaks like they should, man. It's hard for them to stay with the sport when they can't earn a living, and we got to move them better. I mean, this girl that Matchroom has, Katie Taylor, she's skilled and she's good, but I saw her get her tail whooped, and they gave her that fight a couple years ago. Now the second fight, her and that girl fought the rematch. She won that one, but she got her butt beat the first time. But let me tell you, Matchroom pushes her and supports her, man. She's well recognized over in the UK, man. And I don't know what kind of bread she's getting, but they're really celebrating her over there. We need to do better over here, man, with our women. And then, you know, the women in MMA, even though they don't probably make a lot of money, they still get recognized and promoted a lot better, man. They're always on cards. And I think if MMA can push their women the way they do, boxing should be able to push their women the way MMA does, at least.
For sure, for sure. D Hodges, man, come in and let us see your perspective on this weekend and Clarissa Shields.
Oh, well, Clarissa Shields, she get this win, two-time Olympic gold medalist and two disputed in two divisions. She's on the GOAT list. I get mad when she could be on the pound for pound list. So what? She's a lady, but she has better resume than most of the guys. And I don't say nothing, but I kind of get mad where she should be at least a 5 or a 6 or something, because if she get this undisputed, y'all better put respect on her name. But at the other card, I didn't watch that the zone crap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying no mind. But that PBC card was fire though. Malecki, that dude, he did the stoppage, and Ramos, he did the second round stoppage. Only boring fight was that Darrell fight, because I fell asleep on that fight. I swear to God, that's one I really fell asleep on it literally, because it was so boring and it was a split decision draw. It deserved to be that because it was horrible. But
You
the
ain't
first fight, ESPN's call was fire though. That Melelecki, whatever, Millellekie, whatever his name is, the people that fought on PBC, him and Ramos, they did their work. Darrell was the only boring fight on that card. I don't got the zone, so I don't know nothing about the Canelo card.
I mean, you got to stream that. You got to get on that. You got to stream. H Money, man. If you're still in the building, man, join the panel, man. Let us know what you thought about. We know what you thought about the weekend, but let us know what you thought about Clarissa Shields. Yeah, man. That fight was ass cheeks, man. I really didn't want to talk about it. I was trying to find a way not to talk about it. But shit, it's kind of inevitable for us to even talk about the shit, man, because uh, I don't know, man. What do y'all think about Canelo? Not his skill wise, but just overall, just the overall Centos.
Canelo, what I think about him,
Yeah,
I
overall.
think you said you're not you said not skill wise, right?
Yeah,
Well,
not skill.
let me just sum it up this way. I think he's taking more from Mayweather than we realize. Um, he's on the $1 billion money track. He stated that Saturday night, and he's moving in a way to get that. I mean, he's getting a lot of bread every time he fights. He's staying busy. That's the difference between him and Mayweather. He's staying more busy, so that's why he doesn't get as much money as Mayweather. So he's staying more busy, so it all accumulate and stack up. And I've been saying this since Saturday night. I think if he achieves and wins the I thought I missed the weigh station, man. So, if he achieves and wins the undisputed crown at 168, I think we won't see him fight anymore after that, because I think he would have felt that he's done more than enough to solidify his career. I could be totally wrong, but I think that would probably be it. I think he'll probably be more behind the scenes, like promoting or just managing or what have you. Like he's taking the kid Ryan Garcia under his wing. I think he'll take more fighters under his wing. They building a stable up over there. His trainer, them are Andy Ruiz is training in their camp. I mean their gym. Ryan Garcia, the kid that beat Burchett the other night. He's up over there. Yeah, Valdez, and then you got Canelo himself. I mean, they just those. It's 4 or 5 of them over there. I think that are recognized names. But I tell you, just those 4 guys I just named alone is pretty strong. And I mean, it's only going to get them more fighters under that same umbrella. So I got a feeling Canelo's making some moves, him and his team, to rival the De La Hoya promotion and treat the fighters a little bit better. I think that's what's going on. But other than that, man, I wish he would go ahead and fight these other guys. He may fight them, may not. It's too soon to tell right now. But we know in the past he's maneuvered around, the Charlo and Bubu Andrade. And so we'll just see what the future holds. I think for sure he may not fight Benavidez either, but I'm sure he's going to fight. If he gets past Billy Joe, he's going to fight Plant, because he just feel like those are easy pickings right there.
For sure. H Money, salute to my dog, man. Tell us about this weekend and your thoughts and your position on Clarissa Shields. You can start with the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be some good fights. Thanks for having me once again on the boxing section. Shout outs to Centos Boxing, D. Hodges, and my brother Kyle, man. Once again, Clarissa Shields, hell of a fighter. I think she's one of the best fighters in the world, man or female. She's the truth. Like, she's the real deal, bro. She's the Floyd Mayweather of women's boxing. I don't think there's ever been a woman boxer like Clarissa Shields that good with that much skills, She brings a lot to the table. She's a great personality. I respect the sister, man, and I feel like we need to support her, man. You know what I mean? Instead of criticizing her for whatever reason, we need to support this sister no matter what. You know what I mean? Like another brother said, I think it was Centos, how the UK support their fighters. Like, you see Katie Taylor, she's loved over there in Ireland. All them folks love her. You know what I mean? We need to do the same thing, bro, with all of our fucking fighters. We need to support Terrence Crawford. Instead of people hating on Terrence Crawford, talking shit about that brother nonstop. Oh, his pay-per-view buys this and that. Maybe if we support this brother, his pay-per-view buys would be better. You know what I mean? I'm getting sick of this shit, bro. To be honest, people always disrespecting Demetrius Andrade for no fucking reason at all. For no reason at all, bro. He's one of the best fighters in the world. If we support our fighters the way they do in the UK, they'll be much better, bro. It'd be much better for everybody. Same way the Latino fighters, they got support from their people. But instead, we want to tear down each other, bro. We want to talk bad about these fighters, bro. That shit gotta fucking stop, bro. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? And as far as the DAZN card, I'm excited to watch the rematch of Juan Francisco Estrada and Chocolatito. I think it's some great fights, man. I don't even know which one to watch. Should I watch Clarissa Shields or watch the DAZN card with Chocolatito in them? But I think I'm gonna go with Clarissa Shields, man. I feel like she got the best trainer in boxing, John David Jackson, and I talk to him all the time. So I'm going with Clarissa Shields, man. She the fucking truth.
For sure, for sure. Shout out to my dog, man. Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens. My dog, how you feeling tonight, man?
Oh man, doing good, man. I want to get on that one point that H Money made about where UK support for their fighters and then versus Americans lack of support for their fighters. The other thing that you also have to put in there is the fact that our fighters don't support us. Our fighters don't support the fans. We support the fighters that rock with those who support them, who reach out for extending their access to the fans that support them and the fans that rock with them, because we do go through the gauntlet for black fighters. It's just that when we see black fighters that don't look to represent the people, don't speak alongside with the people are going to tend to be turned away from that. And these black fighters have to recognize that. Like what they used to say. Who used to say that? I think Real Rep always said that above reproach word. And that's the thing. For you to go out here and go through trying to relay the goddamn pathway for black fighters and their respect, and then for the black fighters to do everything to act as if you don't exist, to shift you to the side, to run after those, to give access to those who have always been the ones that have brought them down. Now these folks who've always brought them down can slick their hair back, put on a suit, smile in their face, and they open access back up to these people, only for you to open and give enough for them to hang you with by opening yourself. But you'll find any reason to be like, oh, I can't trust these niggas. I don't want to go over and do no interviews. I don't want to talk to them. And that's the problem with our fighters. We done came on this YouTube thing, and many people have shook the goddamn earth with the power of the voices coming here from YouTube. And these fight fans have these black, not fight fans, but these black fighters have benefited from that. But they still stay on the opposite side of it and act as if it has done nothing to improve what the black fighters go through. And even when we see this still marginalization within the sport, we're the ones speaking of it. And these networks hear it and they respond to it. Everybody has some counter to it because they hear what's going on. They know what's going on. People want status quo. They like the way things have always been. But guess what? As time moves on, things ain't going to stay the way they used to be. And these black fighters, they want the full support of people. They need to open themselves up. They ain't saying you got to be open to everyone, but there's a reason why a lot of them, they kind of close themselves off. It has nothing to do with some of the black reporters. You know who are sellout reporters? Stay away from them. But you must also know that you don't go to everybody who shows love to you. It ain't about love. Sometimes you got to win people over. But that's my thoughts on that. But I think we do support these black fighters. These black fighters got to learn how to figure out who is for them and who's against them. And all the time, it ain't the folks that look like them, even though they act that way. But go ahead.
For sure. We got somebody from the UK. We want to get your perspective on how you feel about Clarissa Shields and the support that the fighters from America get versus fighters from your side.
Yeah, before I cook on that, I just want to say, look, man, I came through the building to come and show you support. This is Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. I've seen you a couple of times rocking it with my homies, H Money and Reggie. So yeah, man, I come and show you some support, my brother.
Sure, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so I think what the problem is, women's boxing generally, right? We're the same men who have to, we contradict this same shit ourselves, bro. The same men who we talk about women's boxing, we don't cover women's boxing. We don't go out there and cover, we don't show the same respect to women's boxing as men's boxing. It's pushed under the table, bro. We got great fighters in England. Katie Taylor, Savannah Marshall. I mean, you do know, right, TBS? Savannah Marshall is the lady who beat Clarissa Shields in the amateurs. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's some fighters out here as well. But I think men haven't adapted to women's boxing and showing the passion like we do for men's boxing. And maybe it's gonna take a woman who's going to have to come out and knock people out and show us blood or do something crazy in the sport. Because you got to remember this. Cyborg, Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes, all these girls who are fighting in UFC, they're bigger stars than our women. And I think it's sad, bro. I think Clarissa Shields, she gets treated like she's not a superstar, but a woman's a fucking superstar. She's coming in for the second weight undisputed. She's doing more than most men have ever done in their lives. But do we actually give her the acknowledgement? Do we look at her like Terence Crawford, Errol Spence? Do we look at her like Josh Taylor? No, we don't. We just think as a woman and she's doing good. I think women's boxing hasn't, it hasn't gone to a place where men respect it. That's just my views. I think we talk about it, but we're not attached to it like we are in boxing when it comes to men. And I know it sounds sexist, but I'm just being real, bro.
For sure. I mean, I appreciate that what you said. Me personally, I support Clarissa Shields as much as I support Errol Spence and most of my other fighters that I like a lot. I think what it is too is you got to come to these other platforms. Like YouTube is such a great tool to use to build your fan base. When you got Blue Blood, you got Champ Side, you got the Boxing Voice, of course, you got my boy Fred. And it's like, there's so many people watching. You know what I'm saying? So many different eyes are on you. So if you come to these different platforms, then I think more people can see you. And also, I think men, I don't know how it is out where you at, but men in America, we just don't care about women's sports. I mean, I'm generalizing it, but I'm saying as a whole, we don't really care about women's sports, and that's a problem.
Yeah, but Serena Williams is one of the biggest stars all over the world, even for us in England. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but most of the time, man, but she's like you said, like she's lightning in the bottle. You know what I'm saying? She's one of the people where you gotta see her. You feel me? But that's what it has to be. It has to be somebody that forces you to have to see him. And I think, like you say, somebody got to come and be a knockout artist and just come in like that. And that might be the thing that she needs. But also, I think they need to give these women another minute to get down. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes is not enough to really get down, because as we've seen with the Tyson and Roy Jones, it's like that's not enough for them to get cooking. You know what I'm saying? Because once they're about to get cooking, the bell rings. So I think they need to give them an extra minute on the clock, and I think that'd be better for women's boxing as well. Centos, what you got?
Yeah, I agree with what you just said. I agree with Repstar as well. And I want to say what up to Repstar, Reggie Owens, as well as my man D Hodges. I forgot to holler him, and of course my man H Money. I agree with you guys, man. And I think what the drop off is majorly outside of people presenting themselves to the public more. I think the biggest downfall and drop off is the casuals don't support female boxing as us enthusiasts do, because it can be two midgets fighting. We want to see it, that's enthusiasts, you know what I'm saying? But casuals, they're not going to do the research and dig in and really respect the sport like we do. So I think that's the biggest drop off if we really think about it. And if the casual level raises, I think the women could do better. They can fill more seats and earn more money. And I think that's the biggest drop off. But like everyone said, in this country, and thanks to Repstar educators, and I guess as well as in the UK, being not supporting female sports unless it's got a little sex appeal to it, I guess. And the reason I say that because, like Repstar said, Serena's known worldwide. Everybody knows about that body, but she's also a hell of an athlete, so that puts her over the top much more. She's got the abilities to be great, and she looks good doing it. So we gotta some kind of way we got to figure out how to support these women or get them to the point, and they got to help support themselves and get them to the point where they can capture some mainstream fans to watch them. These casuals need to be more educated, or they need to get more commercials or television shows or something. Need more exposure. And I think with more exposure, these women can earn a great living as well, you know.
For sure. D Hodges, what you got?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. It's like you gotta respect all women fighting, man. I swear to God, like I will kind of replace women with men fighting because I noticed when I watch my UFC women fight, them they be fine. I swear to God, them pre-fight interviews and stuff, they be beautiful. So it's like it's mad pretty, but you just gotta respect it because the way they fight. Women boxing, they don't grab, they don't hold, they don't do all that stuff men do. They don't hit in back of the head. They don't try. Well, they can't low blow because they ain't got nothing down there. But like when women fight, like they fight, and people gotta respect that. They do less running than men. I really don't recall a woman fight I watched where they ran. They stayed fighting. So it just they get no respect though, because Cecilia Breakers and whatever UFC like them chicks, they were bangers. They will probably beat up most men. I guarantee you, Clarissa Shields could outbox a couple of men. Real talk, like. Y'all gotta respect them because they're fighting against their fellow species. Because wasn't there like a fighter in MMA or boxing that was like gay or not gay or something transgender trying to? I forgot what it was. I'm nice right now, but somebody in a fighting was trying to be transgender. You know, fighting women. That don't work, but. At the end of the day, I respect women's fighting because they choke you out. They knee, they elbow, yo, women, yo, chicks, yo. You think about it. If you watch it in the streets, chicks cat fights be better than nigga fights. When I watch two girl fights, they really go in. It don't be no trying to jab and swing and all that. No, when women fight, they just throw punches. So I respect I respect women fighters. They go in.
Yeah, but can I just touch on that, D Hodges? I really appreciate your passion. I appreciate the way that you try and say that, you know, that you're interested. But the truth is, what you're interested as a passion is not really how you're invested as a sport. Now, keep it honest, D Hodges. If I asked you for 3 opponents of Clarissa Shields' last 3 opponents, you wouldn't even remember probably one, and you're hardcore.
Brilliant
You're not
fact.
invested. You're not invested. Your interest is not invested in women's boxing. So anyone, if I ask for Savannah Marshall's 2 opponents, H Money, have you got the last 2 opponents?
I'm sorry. What was that, rap star?
Do you know the last 2 opponents for Savannah Marshall?
No, I don't remember, to be honest. I watched it though. I watched her. I think I watched her
And
last fight.
so
But I
I'm just going
forgot.
to show everybody this. We're hardcore. And I'm going to put my hands up, TBS. Even I don't remember, and I've watched the fights. That shows you, as hardcore fans, nobody in the panel even remembers the opponents, TBS. That shows you we're not invested, interested. Do you see where I'm coming from? We're not interested that way.
Okay. To Reggie Owens, and I'm gonna get right back to you, Rap Star.
Yeah.
What
No,
to change that, Reg?
no, but let me just salute Rapstar for bringing up that brilliant ass point, because that's where I want to go next with that one. Is that many people speak so highly of Clarissa Shields and these other speak of highly of Clarissa Shields, but you don't follow women's sports. You can't name one of her opponents. No one posts content of her, but we play with this uh thin string like support of her, paper thin type support of Clarissa, to act as if you being equal, acting as if you being fair and showing equality for women by really just making a statement. Yeah, I rock with Clarissa, but really in reality you don't. And many of the dudes don't rock with female sports. I think there has to be a better maturation process of women's sports, period. Even when you look on the side of how women try to develop a counter to male, well, not kind of a counter, but their own lane for what is male basketball with the WNBA. There's many things that kills that off to where dudes don't support that, but they'll speak and talk about they want equality where the women are making better pay. Yeah, we want to see these women make better pay. But the thing is, you have to have a paying audience, and the WNBA ain't driving that. And that's many factors of their own. They need to lower the courts. This is why I'm like, women have to cut back on some of this femininity shit of the men play on 10-foot courts and we're going to play on 10-foot courts. But that takes away from you not dunking. And I think that's an aspect that creates excitement to this damn sport. So maybe these women need to lower that court maybe six inches or some shit, or maybe even down to a foot to create more excitement. People are going to realize the physical characteristics are different. Seeing women on a 9-foot court, don't nobody go out there looking for a measurement on the court. They just see it's a basketball game. They ain't going to ask, oh, these women playing on 9 feet. Of course, they don't expect them to be playing on a 10-foot rim. So seeing more dunks will add more excitement to that damn game for women. Then when you was looking at women trying to get in this football shit, what they create, some lingerie league shit. And that shit just was like, what the fuck is this? This is what they think that they throw out to attract people to this audience, but they're pushing it towards a male-dominated audience. And people didn't want to see that shit. Some people want their sports untampered with. You ain't got to add sex appeal into the shit. Create the sport as a sport. Let people authentically gravitate towards it. The thing with women's boxing is the fact that no one's knocking nothing out. You got women who are accomplishing all these goals, becoming undisputed in so many divisions, but there's no excitement to it. You look at rounds before the action gets heated, the shit is over with. So maybe these women ought to be given 3-minute rounds for the purpose of increasing the knockout ratios of a person's career. What else would they need? They need women who are fucking more prepared within the sport. I think a lot of women who come over into this women's boxing side of things are using boxing as a last ditch effort to find purpose in life, or maybe to earn some money. They didn't got into fitness and this is what they want to take up, but a lot of them are not skilled. Clarissa Shields has a lights year advantage over a lot of these women, being she's probably boxes in a young amateur female. She's come up through the Olympic program, being very accomplished, but that pool of women at her level is very, very small. And many of the other skilled women are below her in as far as weight. So they have to do a better job of speaking their shit up, talking their shit, and kind of being to the same level as Clarissa. But Carissa's done an unfair thing with the sport too. That shit with her and Raquel Miller, she should have never kicked Raquel Miller to the side. That fight should have been built up. They should be fighting on cars together, adding the back and forth dialogue, building the storyline to setting up a fight between them. So Clarissa Shields shooting that woman off, she adds into her own issues within the sport of female boxing, because it ain't all about you just staying undefeated. People want to see more competitive fights. They want to see someone who's calling you out and who's going to add excitement. People want to see shit popping at the damn press conference, minus elders getting punched at them. But that's my thought. So they have to do a lot of things, increase the minutes per round. These women need to come better prepared, and these other women need to do better to prop the sport up. There was no bigger tragedy. The person who should have really been a star in the game was what's her name? Ann Wolf. But she came in the time period where there was really none of this social media stuff, because if she was around knocking females out the way she was, she'll be propped up fucking to the mountaintop with the performances she put on, and we'll know who her opponents are. But that's my thoughts.
Okay. Hey, can somebody tap out so I can get DP quick?
Yeah. I can. Listen, I'm gonna listen from the back end. I can leave, my brother. Or somebody's gone.
I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna jump out because I gotta do something. But I'll jump back in.
Okay.
All right, DB. Give us your take, man, because we need your take, because you got MMA take, you also have the boxing take. Can you give us what the MMA fighters do as far as to build the fighters up, the women fighters up, and could it work in boxing?
Yeah, y'all gotta excuse me. I didn't mean to kick nobody out. I thought it was enough room for 1 trillion people to be on the panel, so my bad. But
I gotta go ahead and pay him that $20, man. I ain't paid him that $20 yet, so
okay, I got you. Yeah, man. What happens at MMA? What they do is they have these shows, and I mentioned this before. There's a show called The Ultimate Fighter, and they take all of it. It's a competition basically. It's like tournament style. They put them all in a house, and they keep them in the house for 6 weeks, and they practice together. They train. They have 2 teams, so it's probably, I believe it is 24 people, so 2 teams of 12. And yeah, man, they follow these people and they talk about their lives. You know, they chronicle their journey from the amateurs through where they are, like currently in the sport. And they show their families. They show their gyms and their hometowns and stuff like that. And so it gives the viewer a chance to connect with a stranger. And after following this person on the show for 3 months or whatever, by the time their fights start, and even if the fight is a year later or whenever they get their next matchup, you already have some connection to this person. And in boxing, I don't see it. I don't see it with any of the smaller fights. I just see them with the big fights. You know, I see them with the Canelos and the Floyds and stuff like that, where they do the 24 series. I can't remember what it's called, but for all of the smaller fights, though, they need to do that. So whenever there's something for a fight, they need to build it that way. The UFC and also some of the other organizations, they also have countdown shows. So 2 weeks leading up to the fight, they'll drop, there'll be 6 series. So series 1 will drop on, March 1st. And then on March 3rd, they have series 2. And then 3 or 4 days later, they'll put the next one out. And they have an hour show, and they just keep chronicling and basically journaling their journeys. So you get real insight to who that person is, so that there's more of a connection. And when you say, I've been following this person from the beginning, you can really say that, even though you may not have been a fan for 10 years, but you saw everything over the last 10 months. So you were able to, to find that connection. And yeah, I think it could work. I think it could work in any sport, as a matter of fact, but specifically in this combat sport where athletes are just different from everybody else. The mind state, the mentality, they're just different people, nice people who are usually, if people were not boxers and MMA fighters, those would probably be the police officers, right? These are the people who were probably bullied, not socialites, just a bit different, and found a way to channel all of their energy and to take their anger out, with it on a heavy bag or a speed bag or shit, a sparring partner. But people want to see that because that's not who everybody is. And I always say it's about whether AB is fighting good or not. Shit, he made the walk. For a lot of these fighters, they may go in there and get their ass kicked, but guess what? They made the walk, and everybody's interested in that. These are those movies. What's the Mel Gibson movie names? Mel Gibson, Gladiator, right? People like that because they want to see that warrior spirit in people that they don't possess. So, I think, but just having shows like that, and it takes some marketing. Of course, they got to put marketing dollars behind there. You got to spend a little bit. Maybe you spend 10,000 on some marketing so that you only get 5,000 back the first time, but you have to keep investing, over and over again to get over to find yourself breaking even, and then finally maybe 3 or 4 times down the line getting a good return on your investment. But those, anyway, to make a long story longer, those kind of shows are what they need.
For sure. Yeah, man, my bad, man, on not having an endless spaces, man. Shit, I didn't know everybody's going to hop on like this, man. Normally we got like 4 to 5 to 6, man. We normally don't go that deep. So I gotta upgrade my life. So H Money, how do you feel about the current landscape boxing versus MMA? If you
Well, I mean, if you compare boxing to the UFC, it's like it's much different because the UFC, I think you got about one belt or two belts in each weight class. You got the intern belt and you got the regular world title. So it's less belts in the UFC, and then you got one promoter, which is Dana White. So everything is in house. Where as far as boxing, you got the zone, you got PBC, you got Top Rank. It's this shit is crazy, man. I know UFC, they pretty much giving us the best fights, man. I don't think the UFC ever robbed us from a fight, to be honest with you. I think UFC made all the big fights that we wanted to see pretty much. So boxing, there's a lot of fights that don't happen. I know the Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence fight, we want to see it bad. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, we never got that. And it's been like that forever. Sugar Ray Leonard never fought Aaron Pryor, Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe never fought. So I just think UFC giving us what we want. UFC giving the fight fans the best fights, point blank, period. And boxing got to do the same. We want to see Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. That's the difference. UFC, they give you what you want. Boxing, you gotta wait forever, like Mayweather versus Pacquiao. So, man, UFC doing their thing right now, man. No cap.
yeah. Centos, you ain't been on in a minute, man. What you got on that?
Yeah, I thought I was going to leave y'all for a minute. I thought I was going to have a wreck, man. I ran into a big old puddle, like a little baby lake of water. But, yeah, I agree with what H Money was just saying, man. They got a different format in MMA that really works. You don't hear too much arguing and complaining about A side versus the B side, and even though we know who's A side and who's B side, the money is not discussed on the forefront as much in MMA as it is in boxing. So a lot of that's behind the scenes. It's they have a better control. They just have a better model to work from in MMA versus boxing. But we all know boxing has always been a corrupt sport, man. I mean, it's been so much money involved with boxing since way back when. That's just so corrupt. They won't allow any governing bodies to come in because it's going to kill some of the corruption. And it's going to hurt some pockets. And I mean, we're talking about some serious dollars. We're not talking about no few thousand, we're talking about a few million, So until they clean it up and bring on some governing bodies that can oversee this and oversee that beyond just commissions in certain states, boxing is going to be in a flux. And it's sad. And then the fighters don't want to fight each other because they're worried about how much of a risk it is to fight this next fighter, how much money they possibly can or may not get. And so it's just a lot of bull, man. I mean, it's political. And then what's something I've been wanting to touch on since I started speaking with you guys over the weekend. It just came back up on my mind. And it kind of goes with what H Money was talking about when he first called in. I mean, when he first logged in earlier. We as fans, we got to stop being Democrats and the Republicans when it comes to the fighters or organizations in boxing. When we put that division out there, we hurt the sport too because the fighters hear us bickering and arguing about who their guy is. It's all right to pick and choose your guy, but we probably need to leave the percentages alone, the A side, B side talk. We need to leave that alone. Let these guys figure out the fact that we want to see them fight, regardless of what monies they're earning, what organization they're a part of. We want to see the fights. So we need to stop running certain fighters down when these fighters are actually deserving and have made accomplishments in their career. Now, it's obvious that some fighters haven't reached those pinnacle areas in their career, and some are a lot less skilled than others. But when it comes down to the big fights where both fighters are skilled, we don't need to run them down because these fighters are listening to all that and they're riding off all that, and then they come up with a reason why they don't want to fight. You know, especially when they hear fans saying that, well, this guy hadn't accomplished anything, or he hadn't fought this person, or he hadn't fought that person. Then the next thing you know, the fighters are spewing that same rhetoric. So we got to watch what we're saying and what we're putting out there, because we help killing some of these fights on our own, not knowing it. But that's what we're doing. And I know I spoke too long. My bad.
No, it's all love. It's all love. Rap star. How big is MMA out there where you at versus boxing?
Yo, man, yeah, these guys, I'll be listening in. These guys made great points, bro. They really did cover the shit well. You know, the thing is, you know, I think the guy, I don't know his name. I've never met him before. Casual MMA fan, is that his name? He bring up some really great points, man. See, with the UFC, right, they keep everything in-house. And they're able to focus and sell stories and get connected from their fans to their fighters in a different scale of things. With boxing, we got a lot of bullshit to deal with, TBS. We got Bob Arum, who doesn't want to deal with fucking Al Heyman. Well, I mean, not to say they won't deal with each other, but it's difficult. We got so many different promotions, and all of them are after the same thing, but they want to feed themselves. So there's always fights that we're not going to fucking get. But with UFC, keeping this whole thing in one banner, one thing I do like, the number one and number two have to fight, bro. They have to fight. Because that's just the way that the company runs. They have to make those fights in order to keep the momentum for the fans. Is that correct, casual MMA fan?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Yeah, because I'm a casual MMA fan. That's for real. So really, I'm using your name because I am a casual. But when it comes to MMA, but one thing I have seen with MMA, any fight that's made, even that Conor McGregor, he had to fight the top guys. Otherwise, he couldn't be in the sport. The sport doesn't allow you, TBS, to sit on the shelf. So that's one thing I like about UFC, the immediate pressure on the fighter when he gets to the stage where he has to fight mandatories. There's no bullshit. There's no A side, B side, and his woman looks better than mine. They don't give a fuck. They got to fight. So I like that about UFC, bro.
For sure. That's a great point. Okay, so now this one is for DB, right? If you could take boxing, you can get 10 fighters to start something like a UFC. What is your what would your plan be, and who are the fighters you taking?
You mean if I took 10 boxers that could transition into mixed martial arts?
No, you can build your own company as if you got like the UFC, where it's like y'all gonna fight each other. You ain't got no other choice. This is who we riding with, and how would you run the company as far as the fighters that you have, like as far as the promotion and things like that?
Let me make sure I understand you correctly. So I take 10 boxers and I'm going to start an MMA company or a boxing company?
Boxing company. A boxing company, but you run it as if it's the UFC. You see what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay. And am I taking, I'm just drafting 10 fighters?
Yeah, you pick whoever you want.
Interesting.
I'm gonna get everybody on the panel think about y'all's while he goes, so everybody can just it'd be quick.
Hey, before you guys keep cooking, man, TBS, thanks for having Rapstar Boxing Knowledge on your show. I'm gonna share your link around England so we can support you. H Money, take it easy. Who's the other brother out there, bro?
Appreciate that, Rapstar.
Yeah, everyone support H Money Boxing, man. He's a worldwide boxing platform. So if you're coming in from England, make sure you subscribe. Who's that other brother? Casual boxing fan. Yeah, casual boxing fan, and the other brother out there, bro.
That's Centos.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, have
What's
you got
up,
a channel,
DB?
Centos? Have
Hey,
you got a channel?
Rap Star, man, good looking out, man. You always come with some good knowledge, man. I appreciate that too.
Yeah, have you got a channel, Central?
Yeah, but it's dormant. But it's it's Centos Boxing.
All right, brother. We catch you guys
Yeah,
soon. We're gonna hear you cooking on the background, bro. Catch you later, TBS.
For sure, man. For sure.
Peace, Rap.
Coming through, man. Appreciate you coming through. All right, so H Money, man, get your 10 together and tell me how you run your company after DP, and then Centos is gonna be on you after that.
So you said 10 fighters to start like something like the UFC, what they got going on?
Yep.
Like fighters that gonna actually fight each other, or like on
You making them
business
fight.
shit?
You know what I'm saying? You in charge of their career. So if you say if you say Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson, they gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. But you got to get 10. You get 10 fighters though. So what you got, DB?
Yeah, that's tough. But let's see. I would go with Deontay Wilder. I'll go with Cool Boy Steph. Go with Jerome Bruce Ennis. Go with Errol Spence Jr. Go with Devin Haney. Go with Shakur Stevenson. I would take Keyshawn Davis. I would take Lolo Harris. I would also take Ryan Garcia. How many is that? At 8? Let's see. Let's see. 2 more. Who would I need? 2 more. Let me think. Man. I would take Anthony Joshua, and I take Jalen Walker. Yeah, those would be my guys right there. And the reason I take those guys for several reasons. Number one, the first things first is, in order to market somebody, they have to look the part. They have to be physically fit and also have something menacing about them. But then another thing is they also have to be able to market themselves. So they have to be able to get on a platform. They have to be able to come on here and interview with us. They have to go in the barbershop and interview with us. They have to be able to go on Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens. They have to go on H Money Show. They have to go on ESPN. They have to be able to sit down somewhere and to convince people that they don't know, that never saw them fight before, that we should tune in to see them fight. And also, again, if it's my organization and I'm using the MMA the MMA companies' platforms the same way that they do in LFA, they use in ONE FC, they use in the UFC, they use in Bellator or whatnot. It's usually a president or CEO of the company. They tend to have 1 or 2 or maybe up to 3 matchmakers. Those matchmakers do all of the scouting and putting the fights together, and then they bring them to the president of the company and go, this is what we have. And then he approves, just like you would do at your job, right? Like you have managers of different departments. They all work together. They come up with something. They go to the general manager and they say, this is what we came up with. And then he signs off on it. So I think it'd be pretty easy, because for anybody, think about this in your own jobs. If anybody who's ever been in management somewhere, right? You can go to a location, and I'll tell you guys this because I've been in the gyms for a while, right? So I used to work at a gym that was called Bally Total Fitness, if you remember that. It's defunct now, and it became LA Fitness. And I'm pretty sure it's pretty much everywhere. So I go from one location as an assistant manager. I go to a new location, and now I'm the manager. I'm the general manager. I'm in charge of everything. It's really, really tough to take that new staff and to kind of change their mind, because you have new people who came in a month ago. They never got the proper training. You have people that have been there for 10 years, and they feel like they're tenured employees, so they can't lose their job or their position, and they want to continue being lazy. But when you start something that's brand new, it's all about what you implement. It's about your culture. It's about the team spirit that you instill in everybody. So when it's done that way, nobody can come in telling me about A side, B side shit. Nobody can come in talking about their fight purses, right? That's back office stuff. What you guys do is you smile in front of the cameras, you talk pretty, and then you get in the fucking cage and you fight hard. You get in the ring and you fight hard. So, but those would be some of the guys I'd pick. I think it'd be pretty easy to market these guys, and I think they do a pretty good job of marketing themselves on television, on radio, and through social media.
Okay, I like that list. I like that list. I'm not gonna lie. I see why you picked Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Because of that marketing ability, I'll give you that one. Other than that, fuck him. But H Money, what you got for me?
Okay, first I'm gonna go with Devin Haney. I'm thinking about like should I pick fighters that I could match up with each other? Is that what I'm trying to do? Get fighters I could put make fights with,
It's
or
your
just fight. I mean,
It's your company. You can either bring other fighters in to fight your fighters, or you can have your fighters fight each other.
Okay, like I'm drafting fighters, pretty much like a draft, like who I
Draft.
draft to my organization.
So say if you got your 10 fighters, right?
Uh-huh.
You say, all right, you know how back in the day we used to do King of the, like we used to go to other people's neighborhoods and play football. So like I got my squad, and then we're gonna go beat y'all. So you can do that too. But it's up to you. It's your company. You can do whatever the hell you want to do with them. So if you want them niggas to fight each other, them niggas can fight each other. You know what I'm saying? But if you want them to go fight some other niggas, then you could do that too. So you could do it however you want to do it.
I bet that sounds good. So I'm gonna go with Devin Haney. I'm gonna go with Lolo, Charles Harris, Lolo, and then I'm gonna go with Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna fuck with Demetrius Andrade, Boo Boo Andrade, Earl Spence Jr. Let's say that's 5 right there. So damn, that's 5. I'm gonna take Canelo down there with me. Canelo that makes 6. Deontay Wilder 7. Anthony Joshua be 8. Damn, who am I missing? David Benavidez. He a fucking dog. Put Benavidez in there, makes 9. And I'm gonna go with Caleb Plant, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with Caleb Plant right quick. I hope I didn't forget. No, take Caleb Plant out. Fuck. I'm gonna go Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, that motherfucker.
For sure. Now, how would you run it? Would you run it my dogs versus your dogs, or all dogs in?
Shit, my dogs versus your dogs. Shit, we could go against each other. We could fight each other. Whatever. You know, free smoke. That's how I'm gonna run it. Free smoke, like Dana White do it.
Okay. My boy Cam, salute to my dog, man. This is my homie for real. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go Centos. Then we hit Cam, and then we go my boy JB, man. Shout out to my boy JB, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy, man. All right, go ahead, Centos. Give me them 10, and then we'll go to Cam, and then we'll go to JB.
All right, at the heavyweight division, I will go with Deontay Wilder and Joshua. As far as I'm gonna skip down to 6 to 8. I would go with Caleb Plant and Benavidez, and then I will drop down to 160 and get Charlo. And I think is Boo Boo at 160 or is he 168? Well, anyway, it don't matter.
Yeah, 160.
He's fighting. Yeah, he's fighting at 160 right now, but he said he'll be moving up to 168.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, well, I'm taking those two, Charlo and Boo Boo. And then I'm going to drop down to 54 and go with Charlo and well, he beats most of it. Charlo and Hurd. I want to see that one. And then I will get with the welterweight and go with Spence and Crawford. Now, I know you said 10. I would match these guys. I will take 2 from every division if I'm starting my company off, and all the way down through the line of divisions, each division. And then I will have them to fight to get a top cock. You know what I'm saying? A roost at the top. Whoever wins out of those 2 in the beginning of the creation of my company would be that champion for those divisions. Then I will create a tournament for each division. And that's just the way the guys will have to fight, you know, in order to work their way up to a championship fight throughout the history of my company. And of course, as far as infrastructure, I will have a president, a vice president, matchmakers, and publicists. And all the fighters will be obligated to sit in on a TV show that comes on whenever they're scheduled. That comes on, you know, every weekend, so the public can get to know them better and help promote themselves as well as, you know, the sport. And as far as money, hey, the more buzz you put in the seat, the bigger your face going to be. That's pretty much how I run it on the broad scale, you know. just to keep it even and making sure everyone has the opportunity to fight one another.
For sure, for sure. All right, Cam, give us your 10 and how you run the company.
Man, I really liked how Cento had his thing going. He sounded like he got he running his boxing thing like Bellator. That's how Bellator, the smaller company of the MMA, run that shit with the tournament style. But 10 boxers, I'm taking Wilder, Fury, Joshua. Get that out the way. Both the Charlos, Canelo, Spence, Crawford, Tank, Ryan Garcia, Shakir Stevenson, Haney. Just where I could get at least, if I can't get all weight classes, I'm gonna get at least 4 fighters and 3 or 4, so we could just knock them fight each other, and then we just gonna build it up like that.
Okay, for sure, for sure, for sure. JB, give me your 10 and how you run the company.
Yeah, first off, before I get to that, I want to say salute you, Kyle. Salute my guy, H Money, Centos Boxing. Cam, I don't know you, but it's my first time. Yeah, DB over there. But my 10 would be Crawford, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, the Monster Anyway, David Morale Jr., and who else did I pick? Anthony Joshua, Fury, and I'm going to say Bivol, Dimitri Bivol. What's that? That's like 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 more. So
Yep.
I'm gonna say Triple G and I'm gonna say Rigondeaux.
Okay, okay. Now, how would you run the company?
I'm gonna run it where I'm gonna really just in house. I'm gonna have my guys fight each other, and then I will try to match them up against other companies, they top guys.
For sure, for sure. Hey, that ain't bad at all, man. Me personally, I need some star power, man. So I got Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Devin Haney, of course, Shakur Stevenson, Stephen Fulton. Let me see who else I got. Who else I need? I need Jamel Charlo. I'm gonna have to go with Jamal Charlo too, though. I'm gonna have to go both the Charlo brothers. Let me get Benavidez, Terrence Crawford, and Javante Davis. And we're gonna take we going to your hood and we causing problems. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a tournament. I'm gonna do a tournament at my company, and then I'm gonna take my best fighters to fight everybody else's best fighters, and go from there. I think that'd be a good look. So right now, if y'all had your choice, right now, the fight that y'all want to see, nothing gets in the way of it. The one fight y'all want to see, and we'll put it. We'll do like we'll make like a mega card. So if somebody says a fight already, then you got to think of another fight that you want to see. So we're gonna kick it off with H Money.
Damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's 3 fights that I'm like crazy about, but I'm gonna just say the first one on my list, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. I think that's the fight that everybody's talking about. They got history with each other. It's a lot of beef, a lot of bad blood. Yeah, man. Devin want that smoke, man. And I want that for Dev, bro. We want Lopez bad, bro.
Okay, DB.
Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo.
Okay. Centos Boxing.
The top fight that I want to see. Is that the question?
Yep.
I want to see everybody else's fights too. But I like what DB just said. I want to see that fight,
But
but
you
I
got
also want to see that Plant and Benavidez fight too.
that's it. That's what you got to go with, because this is a fight card. So DB already making money off that
Yeah,
fight.
yeah. I'm gonna take Plant and Benavidez, and I'm gonna stay for the Charlo and Andretti fight, and pay DB some money to see that fight.
JB, what you got?
I got Reagan versus Anyway.
Ooh, bring the little guys to the town. Okay, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Cam, what you got?
How about Shakir and Lomachenko? Can they fight?
Yeah. That could happen. That could happen. I'm surprised nobody said Earl and Terrence Crawford.
I think everybody want to see that though, so that's kind of like given.
That's the main event. That's the main event there.
I want to see Boots versus Sean Porter. That's what I want.
Yeah, those are all good. That's a good fight card. It's SF City Slicker says Spence versus Crawford. So, I mean, I think we all knew that at some point somebody would say that. And Big Tank said Wilder versus Fury 3. And Hustler Slam
Really,
said,
you want to see that again? Does everybody want to see Wilder Fury again?
Come on.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, Cam. Don't start no shit.
You gotta see Wilder and Fury.
Hey, don't start no shit with me tonight, brother. I might have to change it back. Don't start no bullshit tonight, Cam.
I'm not gonna do it.
No Deontay Wilder slander will be tolerated on this platform. All right, none whatsoever. All right.
Let them get off though. Hey, Kyle, let them get off. Let them say their piece. Free smoke.
I just wanted to know.
Now me and him got a different relationship. Me and him, this is different. You know what I'm saying? This is a stock market insider trading.
Now I got a question though for y'all though. So back to the MMA and boxing comparisons. How do you think you could get the better fights? Because that Canelo fight, that was a mandatory for him, right?
Yeah, ass cheeks.
So is it the fact that it's so many weight classes? Is it so many belts in the weight classes? Because certain belts mean more?
Man, it's too many fucking belts. It's too many fucking weight classes. It's too many fucking promoters. It's just too much shit going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's frustrating as hell because.
So really, my fault, I didn't cut you.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so it sounds like somebody needs to come through and buy up every single fucking company, promotion company, and everybody needs to be under the same type of umbrella if you really gonna be able to get all the fights you want to see.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Al Heyman kind of fucked it off, man, because he had it to where shit was working, and he kind of fucked it off, man. I thought he could have did more. I thought he really could have did more than what he did, because I figured like all the fighters that he had, he damn near could have brung his own belt, and I think Andrew Ruiz kind of fucked it up too, because when he beat Joshua, him and Deontay Wilder, that could have really been something special, and they could have all the sanctioning bodies out the way at that fight, because you got Deontay Wilder heavyweight, Andrew Ruiz heavyweight. They both the champions, and the winner could have had the PBC belt, and they could have threw all the sanctioning body belts out the way. But Andrew Ruiz couldn't stop eating fucking tacos and all the food that they had to offer the nigga. He ate everything he could, so he kind of fucked that off for us. What's your opinion on that, DB? As far as one belt, one promotion?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at something as realistic, because he said not in the dream world. He, if I believe that correct, Cam, you said what could we do to get better fights, right?
Right. What is the solution?
Yeah.
In y'all opinion?
Yeah, I think something that's realistic would be the champion can only face the number one contender. So there's no I don't think there should be mandatories and all those other things. I believe that there should just be a ranking system, and the number one contender is the only person that can fight the champion. If the number one contender is not available, they go down to number two. And if you get down to number three, to the number three contender, and that person is, and none of those three people are ready, it goes back to the number one person. They have to schedule a date for the fight. And if they can't schedule it in a reasonable amount of time, then their ranking is snatched and they're out of the top 10. They move to number 11 and they have to fight their way back to get to that.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like that. The ranking system.
I'm gonna try to remove myself because I gotta get Reggie in here, man. I gotta get Reggie in, so I'm gonna try to remove myself.
Let me bounce out. I ain't talking about nothing. I'm just about to listen.
All right. Hey, Reg, we need you back on. We need you back in. Yeah, I just want everybody to cook, man. Next time, tomorrow when we stream, it's gonna be endless slots. Man, you gotta, in the words of the great philosopher, sugar free, stay ready. You ain't got to get ready, man. And shit, I wasn't ready tonight. But yeah, Reg, whenever you ready to get back on, man, we need you back on because you said something in the chat that was perfect. And that's probably why we can't get no big fights. So H Money. So we got Jorge Linares versus Devin Haney. And I'm excited about the fight, but I'm not excited about what's going to come on after that. I think that they're going to tear down his resume. They're not going to give Devin Haney the credit he deserves. How do we kind of move forward with them saying that his resume is not good and it's not this and it's not that? What do we do as fans, man, to hold up Devin Haney as far as putting him on that pedestal? What do we do as fans, man? Because I'm trying to figure out a way where they can't deny him. What is a suggestion that you have, H?
Just stay 10 toes down and support Devin Haney. That's all we gotta do. If they gonna hate, then let them hate. We gonna watch the money pile up, like 50 said. So Devin Haney doing what he's supposed to do. He's calling out the top guys. He's been doing that for over 2 years now. He wants to fight Lomachenko. He's calling out Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia. So if people gonna hate, bro, that's what they gonna do. You know, you can't make everybody happy, and that's what I tell Bill. So Devin gonna create his own lane. That's what he gonna do. He gonna create his own legacy. He gonna fight the top guys they put in front of him, whether it's Javier Fortuna, Linares. It doesn't matter who it is. Devin want that smoke, and I know Bill want that smoke. So you got to stay down and be loyal. That's all it is, man. You know, people hate on Devin Haney. Devin Haney got a lot of haters. You know, I talked to Bill about that. But at the end of the day, Devin going to keep doing what he's doing. He's going to keep winning. He's making a lot of money. So fuck these haters. You feel me? That's what I'm on. Fuck them. You know, we going to keep getting this money. And Devin going to stay focused. He going to keep working hard. And when we get those big names in the ring, that's what's going to happen. These guys say, oh, Devin Haney's resume, this and that. But when Devin wants to fight the best, Teofimo Lopez or fucking Lomachenko, they duck. You know, Ryan Garcia don't want no smoke. If y'all want to criticize Devin Haney, his resume, but when he calls out the top guys, you say, oh, he didn't earn his spot. Which one is it? Either you want him to step up and fight the top guys, like you say it, or you don't want that because you want to protect these guys away from Devin Haney. So, hey, it doesn't matter what the fuck they say, bro. To be honest, bro, niggas just got to be loyal. That's all it is. People say they team Devin Haney. I hear everybody say that shit. We see when the shit hit the fan, who really fuck with Devin Haney. When the shit really pop off, who really fuck with him. You know, that's what it is, bro. That's all. Fuck these haters.
Anybody got something to add to that?
Yeah, I would say that there's not even an if because these guys don't want to fight them. So there's plenty of other good names, solid opponents. I think when guys don't want to fight Devin, it doesn't matter who he fights and who he beats. There will always be something. If he's not fighting the guys, they'll say, who has he fought? If he's fighting the guys, they'll say, he did knock him out. If he's fighting, there'll always be an excuse. So I think since these guys don't want to fight him, he can take on guys like a Richard Comey. Richard Comey is one of those guys who's always going to be in the top 10, and he brings exciting fights. I think he can fight against, what's his name, Lee Selby. Lee Selby, that would be a big UK because the UK supports their fighters. He go in there and beat him up and make a lot of money. I believe, of course, he fights Javier Fortuna, Wiley veteran, Jorge Linares. I believe Ivan Mendy may have a portion of a WBA belt. They have a ton of them. But I think after that right there, I believe that all those guys may be ranked in all of the major for sanctioning bodies, somewhere in the top 10. So I think after that, there's nowhere for guys to go. You either fight Devin or you move up to 140 because there's nowhere to run to. And some of these belts will become vacant because these guys are not fighting. So he'll fight whoever they put there. So if it's a vacant belt and he's got to fight Ivan Mendy, for full WBA, then by all means, he'll do it, And I think that's his path right there, So he'll continue to stay busy, have decent to good fights, and make money at the same time.
JB, what you got?
But on Devin Haney?
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with Age Money saying, like, he's calling these guys out and they don't want to fight. They're protecting them. But at the same time, they saying, well, he ain't fought nobody. But how you going to fight somebody if you're not giving them the opportunity to step in the ring with you? You got to do that. You got a lot of these guys that they not criticizing at all. They don't want to fight the best. Ryan Garcia running around here, he don't know what he want to do. 1 minute he fighting Pacquiao, next minute he want to fight Tank. It's like he don't know what he want to do. He don't got his mind set on what he trying to do. Devin Haney, when he want to fight the best.
For sure. Well, you got anything to add to that, Centos?
Well, I actually missed the question because I ran into a bad spot and my internet was tripping. But anyway, I think I got an idea which direction you guys are heading. If I was Devin, it's obvious that these guys are maneuvering around Devin Haney. But if I was him, I would probably do sort of like take a page from Tevin Farmer, fight whoever steps up, named or no name. And just keep fighting, stay busy, and keep stacking chips. And eventually, somebody got to fight, because there won't be anyone left. And then it, be obvious that these guys are definitely maneuvering around him. But I would just fight any and everyone that's willing to fight me, like Gamboa stepped up, regardless of what people are thinking, fight him. Stay busy, stack your chips. Eventually, some of these no-name guys are going to be seen as some, really talented prospects, and they'll have to recognize some, he may get in some situations where he had to bail himself out, and that shows a little poison and a little testing from an opponent, even though there's no name. So I just think he needs to stay busy as he can, because right now, only getting a fight every few times is not healthy for any fighter. And I think a lot of these guys, they want to do the Mayweather role, but early in his career, Mayweather took fights even if it didn't pay him but $7,500. He took, take gobble everything up like Pac-Man, and then next thing you know, you can't be denied. That's just where I see it on that end, because he's obviously been maneuvered around, and there's a reason why these guys don't want to face him in the ring, because they've already got a taste of him in sparring and then amateurs.
For sure. So right now, we're waiting for a big fight, right? I think the biggest fight that we're going to get in recent in the near future is Jermell Charlo's undisputed bout. How excited are you guys to see that fight? If you guys are excited at all to see it, H Money, we started off with you.
What's the question again, my brother?
How excited are you to see the Jermell Charlo undisputed bout, or if you're excited at all to see it?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm excited to see that shit. Hell yeah, I think Jermell Charlo been putting in work. He took his loss and bounced back like a boss, man. So I appreciate what Jermell Charlo is doing. To be honest with you, man, he ain't never ducked no fights. He come through, man. He brings a lot of energy. And I think that's a good fight, man. A 50-50 fight, to be honest. I think Jermell Charlo going to beat Castano, but Castano can scrap. He from Argentina. We know about great fighters from Argentina like Sergio Martinez, fighters like Marcos Maidana, Carlos Monzon, and also was another great fighter by the name of Julio Cesar Vasquez, the first man to beat Winky Wright. So, hell yeah, man, that's a good fight right there. And I hope they make it happen, man. For real.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it goes down too. What you got on that, Centos boxing?
I'm always ready for a Charlo fighter, either one of them, but especially my man at 154 because he's got that personality, man, that just let you know he don't give any F's at all. You know what I mean? And he's all about fighting, not necessarily boxing, but fighting. And I like his attitude when it comes down to a fight, man. And he's a gladiator, man. And I don't care who he's fighting. I'm watching. As long as I'm not driving, I'm watching.
DB, what you got on that?
Yeah, of course. Jermell is going to bring the pain. He'll sell the fight well. People want to see him fight. I want to see him go in there and dispatch of Castano. And then I am also interested to see if he can face a veteran that moves a lot, very defensive, in Erislandy Lara. So I want to see the Castano fight, and then I want to see him fight Lara, and then he can kind of, backtrack and take some of those fights with Hurd and see even a trilogy fight with Tony Harrison. But yeah, I'm excited to see that unification, undisputed bout.
My dog Mir just came up with a good one that we damn near almost forgot about. Well, I didn't forget about it, but I almost forgot about it. Ramirez and Taylor. JB, after you give us that Charlo, give us your thoughts on Charlo. Give us your thoughts on Ramirez and Taylor.
Okay. I'm always, I like Jermell Charlo. He talk a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? He always on IG Live, mouthing off. He gonna set a fight. We know he gonna talk. He can punch. Like I say, the truth. You know what I'm saying? If that Castano fight come to fruition this year, he'll be undisputed, and you definitely got to put him in your top 5 pound for pound. But I'm definitely excited for that fight in the future. And you said the Ramirez Taylor fight.
Yeah,
I'm interested in that fight because I want to see what the winner does, whether they decide to move up to 147. And I just want to see if they decide to move up to 147 and see the fights that they try to get and try to make at 147, because we know that division got a lot of dogs in it. We got the top 2 guys, and Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Then on the lower end, you got the up-and-coming prospects. I mean, not prospects, but contenders, and Jerron Boots Ennis out of Philadelphia, and Virgil Ortiz fighting out of Houston, I believe. So I just want to see what the winner gonna do, whether they decide to vacate and move up or defend and stay as the undisputed at 140.
for sure. H Money, tell me what you got on that Ramirez Josh Taylor fight.
I'm gonna go with Josh Taylor. I think Josh Taylor, he can really fight, man. He got good skills, especially his performance against Regis Prograis, man. He really put a beating on Regis Prograis, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I think Josh Taylor is a hell of a fighter. I think he's the best at 140. I think Josh Taylor gonna beat Jose Ramirez pretty easy, man. Ramirez is a dog. He got a lot of heart, but I just think Josh Taylor will outbox him. Josh Taylor, he kind of reminds me of Joe Kawasaki. He kind of got a style like Joe Kawasaki, and I feel like Josh Taylor underrated type of fighter. And Jose Ramirez slow, man. He's too slow. So I just think Josh Taylor gonna outbox him. To be honest, bro.
Centos, who you got on in that fight?
Well, I'll tell you, I like Ramirez. He's got some dog in him. Josh is a great fighter, I think. I have to slightly disagree with my man, H Money. I think that I don't think he beat Prograis down, but he edged him. I think because Prograis got tired or was hurt or something toward it. He hurt something on his body or something, hand or something toward the second half of the fight because he was beating the brakes off of Josh Taylor the first half of the fight. But I think Ramirez with his dog and his ability to punch, I think I like to see him win that fight.
Okay. DB, what you got on that fight?
Man, Ramirez is solid, man, but he's to me, I mean, I don't see as much as other people see. He's like a decision guy. He boxes pretty well and he goes to decision. He just beat Victor Postol in that fight, and Victor Postol looked raggedy as hell to me. He looks like he aged 10 years over the last year and a half, 2 years. He fought Mo Hooker, I believe, before that, and Mo just, he he's better than average, but nothing special. Josh Taylor, on the other hand, I think him and Regis had a nice battle, and I think him being able to pull off that fight after these dudes throwing these heavy blows at each other, I think that showed that he has more will and he's got more finishing power too. So I'll take Taylor in this fight.
I'm taking Josh Taylor. I got him number 10 on my pound for pound list. I think Ramirez struck gold. You know what I'm saying? I think he just got lucky that night, man, to be honest with you, man. I talked to Maurice Hooker off wax, and some of the stuff that he was dealing with during that fight, I'm surprised he made it through the fight that far. I think Josh Taylor, man, he had a hell of a fight with Regis Prograis. I mean, an all-out war. I mean, the man eye was shut, and he was still digging deep, going hard, man. I really like Josh Taylor at 140. At 147, I'm not sold, but at 140, that's his division right now. I'm looking forward to seeing that fight, man. Of course, we're going to H Money channel to listen to the commentary, or we go on the Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens channel for the commentary. Either one of them, I'm at their channel. I'll be going back and forth to their channels, man. Most of the time I'm on H Money's panel, so I'll be staying with H Money, but I always go back and forth between the two on both accounts, on both phones. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what they got for us. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar. He's at I think he's at 126 now. What's his name, bro? He's one of my favorite Mexican fighters, bro. I just forgot his damn name that quick. He fought at 126 though. Emmanuel Navarrete. How do y'all feel about Navarrete? I like him. He got some dog in him, man. And I really like Navarrete. JB, what you got on that?
Nah, I like Navarrete. He a good fighter. He not really a known name like that. If you follow boxing, you know who he is, but I like him. He definitely got some talent, and I definitely would like to see what he gonna do in that division down the line.
For sure. H Money, who you got in that?
You said Navarrete. What I think about Navarrete?
Yeah.
he's solid, you know, a good fighter, a Mexican, a warrior. But I seen some flaws in his fight, man. I seen some flaws in his game. Last time I watched him fight, he didn't look too good. You know, he actually moved up in weight from a 122 to 126. He became the WBO champion. But it's something about him, bro, that I think he's overrated, to be honest, man. I think Top Rank been doing a good job building him up, but he's really not that good, to be honest with you. He got a nice left hook. His favorite punch is the left hook, but other than that, I could see him being outboxed. I think Gary Russell should beat him, to be honest. And you know how I feel about Gary Russell, you know what I mean? I think Gary Russell will beat him, even though I think Gary Russell is a you know what, you know what I mean?
From would you say H1 Capitol Heights, Maryland?
Mr. Cap, bro, the biggest capper in boxing, but I think Gary should beat him, to be honest. He could be outboxed, and his cardio wasn't good at all. He was getting tired as fuck. And like you just moved up to a new weight class, so you would think he'll be in better shape, but he really wasn't, bro. So I think Neverente is slightly overrated. He's a good fighter. I respect him, but he is overrated, to be honest, bro. He's not no Eric Morales. He's not Marco Antonio Barrera. He ain't Juan Manuel Marquez. He's not one of those guys, bro.
For sure. Okay, so now this is what I got. This is what I need from y'all. Okay, I need 5 fighters under 25 that we all need to watch. We're gonna start with H Money, and right quick before we get to H Money, we're gonna say right now, Charles Lolo Harris, is one of the best prospects in boxing. 17 years old, strong, fast warrior. We can't wait to see him get bigger and better fights. He had a great sparring session with Tank at 16. They tell me he got the best of Tank. So we're gonna leave Charles Lolo Harris here. We need you to give us 5 more people, H Money.
Yeah, Lolo. Definitely got to say Lolo. But so you said 5 other ones besides Lolo. So we got Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. Damn. Gotta put Teofimo Lopez in there. Even I don't like the dude. You gotta put him on the list. That's 3. Who else? Under 25. All right. I said Shakur Stevenson already.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Shakur Stevenson. I'm gonna go with Jared Anderson, the real big baby. Jared Anderson at heavyweight. Who else we got? One more. Fuck it, I'm putting Lolo on that motherfucker, man. Gotta put Lolo. That's my nigga. So yeah, that's my 5 right there. So we got Devin Haney, Lolo, Shakur Stevenson. We got Teofimo Lopez and Jared Anderson, the real big baby.
DB, who you got?
Oh man, I have Fernando Vargas Jr. I have Jalen Skywalker, Lolo Harris. I have David Benavidez. And oh man, how old is Keyshawn?
Keyshawn 22. He Devin age 22.
Oh, there it is. There you go, right there.
Oh yeah, I gotta say Benavidez too. I gotta agree with DB, man. I gotta get Benavidez on that list. Benavidez, the dog.
I was hoping for that H Money. I said, damn,
I forgot, man. Like I forgot about Benavidez, bro.
That's why I took Lolo Harris out so y'all can get an extra person.
Yeah, Benavidez. Yep. I put Benavidez in there for sure.
Yeah, Fernando Vargas. Actually, all 3 of his sons are dogs. So I'm saying,
JB, who you?
Shit, I got Lolo Harris. I got a sleeper that nobody really talking about, David Morale Jr. Nobody really talking about him. Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin Haney.
For sure. Centos, you with us or you still driving? What's happening?
Oh, I'm still driving. I'm with yeah, y'all call it some good names. I hate to be a copycat, but some of those names are what I was going to say. One in particular, I wanted to talk about him earlier. That's the real big baby, Jared Anderson. That's a kid that we all need to pay attention to. Benavidez is a good call. I like that one. Haney, Shakur. Damn, we got it. Only 5.
You want to get 5?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Tim Fimo, man. I wanted to get a couple more kids, but I'll take that 5 there.
All right. So I got Devin Haney. Of course, you know I never go against the town. You know what I'm saying? As much as Andre Ward pisses me off sometimes, I can never go against Andre Ward. But Devin Haney, I gotta go with Big Baby, man. I gotta go with Big Baby. I gotta go with Benavidez. I gotta go with Shakur Stevenson. And let me see my last one, man. I gotta probably either I'm going Raymond Ford or I'm going Lil B-Hop. Chris Cole.
That's a nasty picks right there.
Yeah, that's a nice one there, man.
It's you feel me? You feel me? It gets like that. Okay, so my question to you guys right now, as it stands, who do you guys think is the next superstar boxer? We talking like just a star within like the next year. Who do you guys think is the next big star? We'll kick it off with my boy Boxing. Matter of fact, Reggie, give us your 5 young fighters and then tell us who's gonna be the next big star in your eyes.
And that was 5 under 25 fighters.
Yep.
I gotta go with Belanga, Shakur, Devin Haney, Big Baby, Anderson, and I gotta go with Teofimo. I gotta give it to Teofimo. The next up and coming superstar,
Ryan Ennis. God damn. Now
the next you saying who's the next up and coming superstar?
I forgot the under 25, but yeah, the next superstar. Who you got?
The name you just brought up. Ennis has the possibility of becoming the next superstar.
Yeah,
he definitely has the possibility. He's right there on the brink. He's a threat at 147. If he can pull it off, stay charismatic. He needs better exposure, and he'll definitely get it. But he needs to step up his exposure. I don't know why his profile hasn't been increased, but he needs to start intermingling in some of these events. He has to project himself better. But I think he possibly can be the next big superstar out there.
For sure. H Money.
Dang, hey man, you should have said 10. Like, it's so many good young fighters. Like, I forgot about Jerron Ennis. He a beast. And even Virgil Ortiz, he's a hell of a fighter. He's nice as fuck. So as far as the next superstar, I gotta say Devin Haney, man. He got the right team around him, and they know how to promote Devin. Devin got the skills, he's focused, and then he got the personality on top of it where he's funny, he's entertaining, and he's flashy with it, you know what I mean? So he got the girls with him too, you know. He got the ladies with him. So I would say Devin Haney, and you got to give Ryan Garcia consideration as well. Ryan Garcia, he's a big time star as well. Ryan Garcia.
You said?
Say it again.
That he's a big time duck.
Yeah, he's a big time duck for sure. But you know, he got that fan base, man. You know, he got that big fan base, so he is a star. He kind of reminds me of Oscar De La Hoya a little bit. He kind of like, you know, got that golden boy personality. So I would say Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, even Tank got Floyd with him. Tank got that bad boy image like Mike Tyson, where people are intrigued by his personality and shit and his story. So even Tank, you know, Tank got to be up there too with him.
Okay. JB, who you got?
I'm gonna say Edgar Berlanga. He from New York. You know, we already know that. He Barican, so you know they gonna back him. Plus he knock people out and he talk a lot of shit. You know, you seen him, he said he had destroyed Yeardom in 1 round. What's the name? Mayweather fighter Kevin Newman. He was talking shit about him. He got a mouthpiece. He got the city behind him. He got the island behind him. He the next star, and he can punch. Pay-per-view star. I feel like he within the next, I wouldn't say the next year, but maybe the year and a half, the year or 2 years, something like that. But I got Edgar Berlanga.
Oh, I thought Berlanga was from Puerto Rico. Where the hell is Barithia?
No, I said he a Barican.
What the hell is that?
You know how the
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Ricans be saying Boricua and shit. They be saying Boricua, whatever that is.
Oh, I thought you about to say like from some little Caribbean island and shit. Nigga Puerto Rican, man. Shit.
Oh, Reggie O, crazy.
I'm about to make the whole house.
Look at Veer in the comments.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. God damn. DB, who you got?
Shit, I'm glad Reggie asked because I was wondering too. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is that? They making up a new race and shit. Like,
That's what Puerto Ricans call themselves.
wait, what is it called again?
Baricans. Barica.
A what?
Baricans.
Oh shit! I thought they served coffee at Starbucks, baristas and shit. I didn't even know. Damn, barista.
Hey, where you at right now, Jay? Where you from?
He from the Dino, San Bernardino, the hometown of Lolo.
Dino,
Okay.
Okay, right on. SoCal.
Nah, but I got family out there in New York City and shit.
Hey, I was finna give you a pass. So I was gonna say, yeah, man, it's like 5:30 in the morning out there. But nigga, you you with us?
That's what they called.
No, you saying? Are you saying? Is he saying Boricua?
Yeah, Borica. I don't know how to say it like that. Dude. Yeah,
Boricua. All right, damn. Okay, I got you there.
I messed it up a little bit. You
Yo,
know
DB, what does that mean though?
Spanish.
What does that mean, DB? That Boricua. What does that mean?
I mean, I don't think it has a specific meaning. It just means a person that's from that area. Like, let me try to equate it to something that's in, like, for us, like, just like, okay, for example, it's like an Angelino, just a person that's from Los Angeles.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
so it doesn't describe any features or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta chill, Kyle. You gotta chill, bro.
I can't breathe.
You know, he's from the hood, man.
You gotta chill,
you know that nigga
bro.
from the hood, bro.
You gotta chill with all that, nigga.
I'm trying, boy. Sheesh. All right, DB, who you got?
You got the whole comment section go.
Fool.
DB, what you got, dog?
Man, I would say, so I'm gonna say like my old professor at UCLA used to tell me. He would say, pay attention to the question, Antonio. Pay attention to the question. The question was, he says superstar, that's the key word, and then the key term was within the next year. So if I'm looking for that, I would say it's Devin, Shakur, and Josh Taylor. And the reason the support to those answers will be these guys have to have charisma in order to be a superstar. They have to obviously be able to win next level. So they need a big fight or two big fights within the next 12 months. They also have to have room for growth. These guys have to, like, physical growth. And Josh Taylor, I added him to the list because if this guy becomes undisputed, he in the UK already supports their fighters. He's just going to get massive support from those guys over there. It'll be the same kind of push that they gave to Cale Brook and Amir Khan when these guys had belts. So yeah, well, I think it would be those three guys though: Devin, Shakur, and Josh Taylor.
For sure. Who did I get to? I got to everybody for as far as the next superstar.
I think Cento.
Cento.
Man, y'all got all the good ones, man. But I think I'm gonna go with Shakur since I hadn't heard his name. He's got personality, got a smile. You know what they used to say about Shane and De La Hoya back in the day, and charisma, and he's a hell of a fighter, man. So I'm gonna choose him because no one has mentioned his name, but I wanted to go with Jared Anderson at first, but someone had already picked him.
Yeah, that's a good pick right there. Heavyweight.
I think I'm gonna go with Jerron Ennis because within the next year, I think it's gonna be wide open. I think Errol Spence is gonna be at 154. I think Terrence Crawford is probably gonna be at 154 by then. And I don't think we're gonna see Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence at 147. It'll probably happen at 154. So I'm gonna go with Jerron Boots Ennis. Oh man, I appreciate y'all boys coming through. I appreciate the laughs, man. Hey, listen, I really appreciate y'all coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? And I really enjoy the conversations that we had, man. Everybody got to talk. Everybody got to say their piece, man. We're gonna do the final words in the words of the great philosopher Reggie Owens. We're gonna do the final words. So we're gonna kick it off with H Money, Centos. Then we go with JB. Then we go DB. Then we go Reggie Owens.
For sure, man. Hey, Kyle, thanks once again for having me on the boxing section, man. Y'all know where to find me. H Money Boxing, man. We keeping it clean, stepping my game up, and I'm taking it to the next level, man. Shout outs to DB. Hopefully, I could get DB on a panel with me one of these days, man. Chop it up. I'm talking about JB. You already know. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Reggie Owens, Cento Boxing. You feel me? Yeah, man, just another day, man. I'm ready to put in work, man. I'm on my Andre Ward shit, man. I know y'all see me acting wild on my Adrian Broner shit, right? But right now, I'm on my Andre Ward type of shit, man. Tunnel vision. I'm straight focused right now, man. That's how I'm gonna stay, just like my boy Dre, man. You feel me?
For sure. Centos.
Yeah, man, I want to thank everyone for allowing me to collaborate with you guys. I want to thank you, Cal. I want to thank H Money. I want to thank my man DB. Reggie Owens, what's up, my man? It's the first time I've ever had a chance to verbally say anything to you, bro.
Salute, my brother.
And I want to say salute to my man JB. It does me so much. It gives me so much joy to chop it up with you guys, man. Y'all just don't know. And then when I'm out here driving, of course, I don't feel alone when you guys are when I'm on the phone with you guys. So it's all good.
For sure, man. We appreciate it.
And I want to tell all you guys, man, the pages that you guys have created for yourselves and the direction that you guys are going in, keep up that great work, man, because we need it. We know how bad we need this boxing community. And for guys like myself, it's great. I wish I could do more because I want to. I want to, get my channel going myself, but it's just a timing thing because I'm in business for myself and I got a lot of things I got to take care of first. But as long as you guys out there, I know I got a place to come and hang out at and check you guys out and fill my heart with joy. And I appreciate it.
So, man, appreciate that, man. That's love, man. JB, my dog, man. Let us know what's going on and where to find you and things like that.
And first of all, I want to say salute, Kyle. Always appreciate you having me on your show. I want to salute Centos Boxing, H Money, Reggie Owens, and DB. If y'all want to get in contact with me, just hit me up on my channel. Well, I don't really have a channel, but y'all can hit me up. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get in contact. But salute and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
For sure. DB, my dog, man. Cuzzo.
Yes, indeed, man. Listen, I want everybody to understand this. when I say South Central, because not only because it's the capital of California and soon it'll be the capital of the United States, but that goes for everything that's in the surrounding area. That goes for the Dino, that goes for Riverside, that goes for the whole IE, that goes for the San Gabriel Valley, you know what I'm saying, for all of these in the area, the whole South Bay, all of that. So when I say South Central, I mean I'm giving y'all love too. So shout out to the Dino, to Purdue, you know what I'm saying, Fontana, Riverside, Rialto, that whole region down there. You know, my big brother Reggie Owens, H Money from South Central all the way down to Memphis, Tennessee, you know, and my brother Centos, man, always good seeing y'all chopping it up with your brother Kyle, man. Hold on, let me open this up real quick so I could stay in my mode. Hold on, let me see. And salute to the brother Yove in the chat, the sweet science examiner, my brother Big Tank, Mir in the building, representing Oakland in the building with us. Let's see who else we had in the house with us. We had my brother, Mr. Tennessee himself, Hustler Slim. What up with you? Matrix R in the building. Salute for coming out, man. Y'all tap that like button real quick. One time for your boy. Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. See you in the building. Damon Walker. What up, D Walk in the building. And Shan C, man. Salute to all of y'all brothers, man. Appreciate you. Check me out on the link that I dropped in there. You can catch me every day, Sunday through Thursday. Barbershop Conversations, man. Appreciate the love and everything, man. And yeah, anything MMA is right here with your boy.
Sure.
Play the song, Kyle.
No, not quite, man. We got Red. All right, go ahead, Big Red.
Oh man, another great show, man. I was enjoying listening in, man. Salute to all my brothers on the panel, my brother DB, JB, H Money, Centos, my brother Kyle, man. Keep up the good work, homie. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Another great show, man.
Hey, I want to say shout out to my dog, man, the sweet science examiner, Mir hometown. What's up with it, man? Hustler Slim, Metrics R, of course, my boy DB, of course, JB, of course, Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens, of course, Cento Boxing, and of course, my dog H Money. I want to say this, like I always say, man, continue to keep your foot on these niggas' necks. We forever sucker ducking and dollar tucking. And before y'all niggas leave, put your shoes on, man, before you leave the house, man. We're going another one like the other one, same super heated. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. We're gonna do this tomorrow, right after Barbershop Conversation with my boy Fred. We right back at it like a crack addict, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.